What's up, cuties and losers and tooties and smoochies? I'm your host, Mallory, with my co-host,
Whitney Josephine.
What's up? This is No Gods, No Filter. Let's get into it.
Your mother's a watertown whore.
Let me get a lighter. Just bang a fucking Yui guy.
No gods, no filter.
All right, so
Okay, what's up? We're really bad at this when it's just the two of us. Whitney's on a world tour.
we've run out of things to talk about.
I think we're going to get a divorce.
We have 4 dogs in our house.
We're in a prison of our own
And-
making, dude.
Yeah, it's been quite a whirlwind of a few days.
It's been quite a whirlwind of a few
Yeah.
days. I feel like I'm just covered in fur. Like, do you just feel like disgusting?
I feel pretty gross. The house is disgusting.
I feel like I look like a dog.
I feel like I've been in a perpetual state of like hungover plus dog hair.
Yeah, like moving the dogs in the car.
There's been an event every single night.
There's been an event every single night. I have a bone to pick with you, by the way. Mr. Snore Worry. Get home at 1 a.m., pull the covers. You would let out a snore and then be like, ah, and like pull my full covers over. Like every 10 minutes when you got home.
It's what it is. This isn't. I don't choose to live like this. I don't choose to.
Yeah.
I do think I'm dying in my sleep every night.
I was concerned. I was like, okay, I'm annoyed that I'm like awakened by your like breathing. But then I was like, I need to monitor your breathing. Like, are you gonna fully die?
I'll describe it. So
I had to put my hand by your nose like that a couple times.
Lately, what it's been like is I've been waking up and I can feel my tongue is like pressed up against the roof of my mouth.
Ew.
And my entire mouth is dry. Dry to the point where
Because
like
your mouth is like open.
Yeah,
Are
dry
you
to the-
stuffed up?
No, it's like dry to the point where if I try and swallow, pause. If I try and swallow, I like kind of gag because it's pause. Because it's like really fucking dry. Like I have to get up, like drink water and like swish it around my mouth.
That's so much.
I know, because my mouth has been open. I've just been doing this like
that
all
was
night.
fully last night. Well, is it also because of those like meds from China that you've been taking?
I stopped taking the meds from China.
Where'd you get those and like what were they?
I've only gained weight while I was on them.
Well, because you keep
I just
trying
wanted
like
some
weird.
I just wanted
You keep
some-
trying these like bunk medicine that's
I
gonna
just
for
want some
weight
street
loss.
Ozempic, all right? I don't have healthcare right now. I think I just want to get some street Ozempic.
I should have
lose
gotten some
a
from
couple
Canal
LBs,
Street
all right?
last week. I bet they had a couple of shots. I could have gotten a pit bull.
Yeah, from the ladies with the purses, the nice Canal Street ladies.
They were like average 3 feet tall each. They were great.
Yeah, so I'm dying in my sleep every night, and I can. The thing with my snoring is that I can lucidly snore. You know what I mean? Like some mornings I'll wake up and I'll just kind of be like starting to wake up and I'll be on my back, and I'll be half asleep. Like my eyes are closed. I feel like I'm asleep, but then I can feel the snoring like kick in, and it like jolts me awake.
When am I supposed to wake up?
It's horrible. It feels like I'm choking. So.
What about that thing that you were going to invent?
Yeah, so I'm trying to invent a mouth guard
That's never been done before?
that's never been done
right?
before. It's a combination
You
of
heard it here
basically like
first.
actually I'm not even going to tell it because this is a $1 million idea.
Redact
So
this from the chat.
I'm not going to say anything, but if anybody can get me in touch with somebody that does 3D printing,
Ooh, yeah.
specifically for like a mouth guard style texture, like that kind of like rubbery like silicone thing.
Yeah. Like a mouth guard?
Like a mouth
Is
guard.
that what you just said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a football mouth guard or a hockey mouth guard or something. If somebody can somehow 3D print
Are
that
you gonna
or
make a cup too?
help me design something.
Will you make a cup with it too?
Yeah.
To wear it with this when you're sleeping? Okay, and then what do you do when you have it? Imagine you just like keep the technology for just yourself and you like never roll it out.
Well, I'm kind of thinking that.
Okay,
but-
you just keep it for yourself.
Well, I've been thinking about like how do people like get fun, like aside from
Shark Tank?
aside from Shark Tank or like or what is it, GoFundMe or Indiegogo or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like I don't know how people get money for it. Like I feel like I'd have a good idea, but then we'd have to invest, thousands of our own dollars into this.
We could sell a couple dogs.
thing. These dogs would.
They wouldn't
all
get
four
us.
of them would sell for less than $200.
Yeah, they would not get us anything.
Yeah. So I still have the designs. I have the 3D rendering. So if somebody could help me out with that, that'd be great.
All right, lords and lads, come hither with your 3D printers in your basements. I don't know where else they are kept.
So speaking of New York, how was your trip to New York?
It was lovely. It was actually like so hot, and it's hot here, but like it was 100 degrees there plus humidity. So I'm just walking around the streets, sloshing my little thighs. My mom was really hot. She's premenopausal. Sorry, Mom. So she's like extra hot. And I'm extra hot. We're just sweating. We have sweaty cracks, walking around. But we spent a lot of time in Chinatown. Love Chinatown. We got some weird facials that were totally not creepy.
This episode of No Gods, No Filter is brought to you by Hellraiser Audio, right here in Austin, Texas. Whether you're launching a podcast or laying down tracks, Hellraiser has everything you need. From pro gear to top-tier mixing, it's where chaos meets creation. We record at Hellraiser, and once you do, you'll get it. Follow the Razor Blade on Instagram and hit up Hellraiser Audio to raise hell and record here.
And they were up in this building, and they were really great. Lots of fake purses. We walked around a lot. I saw John Mulaney. You know this. You're probably sick of me talking about it. Said hi to my man.
He was coming out of the hardware store.
Yeah. He's getting hard in the hardware store.
I wish I could do an impression of him.
What?
There's something that's like very funny about an impression of him like coming out of a hardware store but with like a bunch of nails or something. And he's like, what am I to do with these nails?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Where's my hammer?
But not so good.
No.
That one
Okay,
we're
sorry.
Gonna, yeah.
I like what Tom Kalushin said. He was like, I should have said something like,
Can't do
wow.
first and last names on here.
Why not? It's not in a bad light.
Okay.
Brennan, we make the rules, bro. Brennan, you can edit out whatever you want. He said, I should have said, you looked a lot better when you were on coke.
I think everybody kind of thinks that.
Hey, he was also like minier than I thought. He was like shorter and like tinier. Like you see people on TV, especially when he's like usually
Always are.
behind like a podium because he's usually announcing stuff. So he looked taller, but he was like mini.
It's just like they're all short, so they all look normal.
Yeah.
When they're next to each other, but then when
They're like
real
small.
people interact with them, they're like very small.
You know what I heard? That like some celebrities, like a lot of celebrities are like 5 feet tall.
Yeah, that's
Like
kind
imagine
of
being
been a
next to
thing.
like a mini person. You're like, whoa, ah.
I mean, that's like the running joke, right? Like I
He's
think
tiny.
like I'm 5'11", and I think I'm like tall.
Yeah.
I'd be tall in front of like, or I'd be like towering over somebody like Tom Cruise or.
How tall do you think Jack Black is? He seems short.
Yeah, maybe not mini, but yeah, he's kind of stout. I'd
Mm-hmm.
say like 5'7".
Yeah.
But that's not short. Like I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about height, and I was like, man, it sucks that like 5'11" is not like I love my height because I'm not tall and I'm not short.
Yeah, it's good.
I'd love to be
You're
like a
not
little
freakish.
taller. I'd love
Yeah.
to hit that 6 foot mark, but I don't steal 6 foot valor. I'm 5'11" and a half.
You seem taller than 5'11".
I think
Not like the number
put a
matters,
pair of
but-
boots on or something. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But what am I trying to say? Like 5'7" is not short though.
That's
You know
true.
what I mean? It's only a few inches away from me, but you know, people think.
What's the tallest girl you've ever dated? Or would ever date? Somebody like equal size as you?
would ever date?
That'd be kind of
I
crazy.
don't know if I've dated a tall girl. Hi, Jumbie.
We've got 3 angels on the couch now.
Oh, here comes the fourth.
Oh, 16
she was
paws.
napping in here all day.
2 brains.
We're watching 4 dogs right
know.
now.
Yeah, we've got our friends' dogs over. We're not like this freakish usually, but 2 of them are ours and the other 2 are the cousins.
Yeah, I think like the height that you are
Nice.
is pretty much like
That's the height. That's the
height I would
the
prefer.
top
Dating. Obviously, like
smooching.
if back in my single life, if there was like an Amazonian woman that
Yeah.
wanted to like pick me up for a night, you know, and like let me
Fully
ride her.
pick you up
Yeah, like
Come
let me,
here,
like,
lad.
Give me a piggyback ride and spin me
on her
around.
face.
Did you know that that's like a whole?
She,
that's
like,
a whole,
sends you, like,
that's
a
whole
pizza?
porn subsection.
What, like a gigantic woman,
Yeah,
tiny
yeah.
man?
And like they do. I've seen them where they do like it'll be like a little
really wanna see
a
that.
little boy and like a large tall
But, like-
Amazonian woman,
Like how little is the lad?
like a tiny like 5 foot tall
Oh yeah,
and
it's like a
scrawny.
tiny. Sounds like a munchkin.
And then they'll like the thumbnails are always like the guy is like flipped upside down and she's holding him
And
and like
she's holding him?
69ing him. So like his ass is up by her face.
That's insane. I feel like he
and
also doesn't have a hairy
she's
crack.
sucking his tit. It's crazy.
And she's looking at the camera just like this, like, yeah.
yeah. It looks like so unnatural.
I feel like he has a hairless body as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I think it stopped, but for a while, like this is kind of like right before COVID.
That was the hit before COVID.
Well, they just started like putting all the like. Look, you watch porn, you see the same actors and actresses. You know, you know what their junk looks like.
And they like don't usually stray from like their like genre.
Yeah, but they started employing a lot of like young boys to be like because it's like the MILF and like the teacher thing, but it was like they weren't even trying to fake it. Like these were like they looked like prepubescent boys.
Ew.
And I could never like get into that because they were so young.
Like it's like not even if you're into that kink or not, you can't look at somebody without a little gonad of hair.
Yeah, you want to like look at the guy in the film.
Yeah.
I'm calling them films because they're films.
Film noir.
But
Have you ever
wanna
watched
look
one
at
in
the guy
black
and
and
at least
white?
be like,
That's a film.
yeah, that's a dude.
If it has subtitles and if it's black and white, then it's a film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it's like in porn if the girl doesn't look like she's had like more than 10 periods in her life.
But that's the
I
thing
can't get through that.
I get what you're saying, but that's like I feel like that's the creepy part about it is that like the younger the girl is usually it's more accepted because it's like if she looks younger but she is
Of age.
and that's
Kahuga.
like a big loophole that these and sometimes they're not of age and sometimes they're like
Yeah, how
faking that they're
fucked
18,
up.
which is fucked up. But it doesn't work in reverse. Like it doesn't work if it's like an older woman with a super young
But there
kid.
are
Like,
those.
that's weird.
But there is that out
I know.
there.
It just doesn't. I don't understand why they were doing that.
Yeah, you're right.
It's weird.
You think they just like pull them off the streets? How do you like?
Yeah.
I got a job for you.
I've listened to all sorts of interviews and documentaries
Yeah?
with porn actors and actresses.
And what are
And
they
it's
like?
fascinating. It's like
Yeah, I'd love to hear about it.
It's a horrible. It sounds like a horrible time. It sounds
Like, and you
awful.
don't even make. I mean, do you make money like we do in our normal jobs or less?
You get like I think you get paid for the scene, and depending on how
Crazy.
how much notoriety you have, it can be more or less. But I don't think it's more than like a couple $100s a scene. And I think I've heard like there's like a limit, or like obviously your body can only take so much. And also like I think what I'm more perplexed by is the on set stuff, which is what I've heard is just sounds horrible. It's like.
Like you're just there all day and you're hop in.
Well, like that
Hop in
scene,
the hay
like
pile.
in Boogie Nights when when Wahlberg like first becomes Dirk Diggler and he fucks Julianne Moore and like everyone is sitting behind the camera.
That's
so it's
how I picture it being.
It's like that, but then there's like dudes trying to stay hard for like hours because
That'd be painful.
the scene like it doesn't just happen like it's not like 30 minutes and then we're done. It's like
That is the
we're
thing
doing
about
different shots and sets and like
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I've heard all these like horror stories from people.
horror
Yeah.
stories. What a
Horror
crazy thing.
stories.
How do you feel about? I've been wanting to talk about this with somebody. The Bonnie Blue thing. Like
She
everybody's
doesn't do it for me.
everybody's saying, yeah, it's something about the filler. Like she's got a ton of filler in her face and Botox. She's got great skin, whatever. But like something about me thinks like, get your money, do it. Everybody needs a job out there. She's just found a job for her, whatever. Like if you're willing to do that, that's like brave. Like not a lot of people will do that. Get your money, get your fame, whatever. People do a lot worse out there. But then the obvious is that it is like setting women back and it's making these like just like gross guys think that they can just like access women that, like easily like that and just like abuse her and like do whatever they want to her, and then that would translate to other relationships. So I don't really know how to feel about it. It's
That's deeper than how I thought about it. I mean, I get that. Like I don't think that her doing that stunt is like any different than how young men and boys look at porn already, which
Yeah.
is like not, or like guys that like haven't had relationships and look at porn like that. You know, like
Yeah.
it doesn't. Her doing that stunt isn't like the straw that broke the camel's back. Like I still think
Interesting.
that like it's, you know, it's kind of fucked up that like people think of sex in this way, where it's like it's usually quite the opposite.
Like, it's never what you see when you're growing up on porn or in social media. Like,
there are sights and smells and like your interactions that are like, you know, that are so like, sometimes it's personal and sometimes it's not, but it's never like what it seems to be like in porn or the movies. So
totally, yeah.
But I think with that stunt that she did, it was just like, I go like, ow.
Like, fully
Doesn't
ow.
that like hurt?
The one where she's just like fully on a bed and like guys are just like turning,
like
coming in. Yeah.
We've had so many conversations and like, like another like reality
ow.
about sex sometimes is that like, sometimes it fucking hurts.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes like, especially when you like don't know what your partner likes or not, you know? So
you're right. Like fully just
if that's happening with one person.
Yeah.
What does it feel like when there's, what is it, 1,000 or 100?
I don't even know her like numbers
Pepper,
anymore.
Stop.
Pepper?
Swear to fucking God.
They've been out 300 times today, and we have to go out right now. Pepper, you're being Bonnie Blue, and you're doing too much right now. The only thing that's difference is that Bonnie Blue is not
1,000.
a raging dyke.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring over 1,000 male dogs and let them have their way with you.
That's the thing with her. It's like that
Just kidding.
ouchie, mama, ouchie. Like that's gotta hurt. And
Just
I
feels
feel
like
like
you'd be like chapped, like a
like what's the fun?
like you know, like when we like
I'm
go to
chapped. Ouchie.
when we go somewhere or like go to a festival and I'm walking around all day and
You
like
have to butter up your balls.
and I have to like butter up my dick and ball area because my two thighs are rubbing together and they.
Doesn't it have to deal with your balls though. Like balls are.
It's like my balls and my ass crack. It's just like
a lot down
it's just
there.
men's chafing, yeah. So I get that bad. So I think about like, what about
get that bad.
1,000 dicks going in and out?
And
of
I
you?
also think about what position is she in? Is she fully just? Is she starfish, just like this? Like, welcome, next
I
one.
feel like no facial contact.
Do you think her face is covered up with like a bag?
No,
like a pelican?
No, I meant like she was turned around, maybe like their.
She's on her tummy?
Her butt facing out. You know,
That would be insane. She's like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
What are you talking? I'm just saying, like she's just like
Her
she's,
position. She has to be laying face up so she can breathe.
If I were to like guess the most optimal position, it would be like standing doggy.
Oh,
so that
yeah.
you don't have to like look at the other person.
Yeah, like I feel like she wouldn't want to look.
Yeah, and that there's like, you know, you can just kind of get in and get out.
Also,
That's
how
the cicadas. I was like, what the fuck?
how quick is it's the FBI? Quick.
They had 30 seconds. I read.
You're kidding.
Mm-hmm.
You think? I mean,
No, I don't think like many of them, if you know,
came to the thing.
Well, they came
Came
the
to
function, but
church.
They didn't come.
That would be so weird. And then you're just like in the hallway and you're like, hey, how you doing? Great day. Great use of my Sunday.
Yeah, Frankie, what do you have to say about this?
I really don't like it and I need another treat right now and another walk. Thank you. Ooh, Jummy?
Okay, I'm kind of over this dog thing.
No, they're fine. They're just like shuffling around slowly and like looking
they
at
need
us
to
and
stop
pawing
shuffling.
us. Can you guys please stop? How much longer is this for?
I think we've been going for like 10 minutes.
No, like how much longer are we watching the dogs for? Another 4 weeks?
Yeah, another week, I think.
Okay, we can do it.
Oh,
We
I
can
don't
do
mind that
it.
they're here. I'm actually quite enjoying everybody being here.
I know, I feel like when they're in a pack, they're fine.
We said there's one thing to do that I didn't really want them to be a part of, but that's okay.
I think it's fun. They're our guests. You're guests. They're guests. Whitney's not here. When the Whitney's away, the mice will play.
Yeah, so I think they had 30 seconds, and then that was pretty much. I do hear. Oh, it's the fan. Sorry. God damn.
Your sensory overload.
I'm just hearing all this shit.
Are you hearing voices? Do you think our house is haunted?
No.
Me neither. Be funny if it
It's
was, though.
old. Sorry, it's that stupid fan that's just like wobbling back and forth. It's all right. I don't think it's getting picked up by the mics.
We'll see. All right.
I don't think our house is haunted. I think it's just old. I don't get haunted vibes from it, but
Not at all.
obviously we hear like some creaks in the night.
I feel like we would fully know if our house was haunted. Like you'd walk in and be like, "What's that in the corner, Pa?"
Mm-hmm.
Like it's fine here.
No, I really like our house.
I like that it's built in the 70s. I never thought I would have a house this old. You know?
Yeah, and one that like functions pretty well.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Although we do have like some scary bathroom issues.
Yeah, but that's just because they didn't fix anything.
It's a little like a cave back there.
Here.
I really want to get it redone. We're gonna watch Bonnie Blue after this, but we just watched the Mormon reunion. It's like the same thing. Do you think she was like she's like a recovered Mormon? No, she's British. They don't. Do they have Mormons
Bonnie
in?
Blue? No,
Yeah.
I think Mormon's an American thing.
They don't have Mormons in Britain.
I don't think so.
See, I'm learning a lot from chatting with you.
I could be wrong. I don't think so though.
The Mormon thing. Okay, like I really.
I've never heard somebody like, yeah, well, Mormon, yeah. Nope.
Yeah. Oh.
About blah. I don't governor, we're Mormon.
I'm a Latter-day Saint. You cunt.
It was the Mormon that got me.
It was like a little Jamaican. Okay, man. People ask me all the time, like, why do you like the show? I'm like, a multitude of reasons. I do like learning about the Mormonness of it all. Like, they can't have the caffeine. They love soda. They get married when they're 14.
Oh, is that they can't have caffeine? How do they have soda then?
Well, that's like they're doing a bad thing. Oh, wait, maybe it's just coffee. No, I think it's caffeine. Like, they're not allowed the pleasure of caffeine. I'm pretty sure.
So is it like diet soda or something maybe?
No, like diet soda has caffeine. Yeah, how do they get away with going to Swig?
We should go Swig.
Oh, I like bet there's going to be one here soon. We've got everything here.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's like a Swig. Maybe not, actually.
Probably in Texas, maybe.
I mean, it literally it feels like one of those stores that like opens up in the mall. That you remember when you were a kid, you like go to the mall and you'd like walk
lids.
by a store and you'd be like that's gonna be gone in a year.
You're like, who owns this crap hole?
Yeah. Like it feels like a store where you can just get any soda. It's like I can get any soda.
It's like
at the grocery store. What do you want me to do?
It reminds me of like when yogurt stores were everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like you'd see like
Yeah.
you'd see like a knockoff, Pink Bear in the mall,
Ugh.
and you'd be like, that's not gonna last.
You go, I hope your release is in 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you got a month to month. How fresh are those toppings? I'm pretty sure that those gummy worms weren't refreshed lately. I think we'll get a
I
Swig.
think I want to own an ice cream shop. I think I'm destined to do it.
I think we should invest in opening like a really terrible ice cream shop. I did say that Texas,
Terrible.
like it's just like weird flavors. Like we're really bad at naming flavors.
Yeah.
This is what I call the dirt sundae. Oh no, it sounds pretty good actually.
This is
Jumbie's Java.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. It'd be like abortion on ice.
This is DUI daiquiri. We could do a couple things with it.
That's a good one. DUI daiquiri, because daiquiri has alcohol.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah.
Actually, we're kind of destined for this. I did say that
Let's
Texas.
go drink a couple bottles of wine and then go drive out and get some ice cream.
Okay, I want it to be scooped by a teenager.
Yeah.
I
want it to have our mug shots on the front of the pints.
Can we do a mugshot together? That's what I would ask. Mm-hmm. Can we do a 2-for-1?
I'd ask if we could take each other's fingerprints.
Yeah, but then I would do yours and put it in my mouth, and then my mouth would be all black and inky. I think that Texas could benefit from a nice New England style scoop shop where you get your arm dirty,
I agree.
scooping those flavors, sprinkles, waffle cone. Like I don't really feel like that's here.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of
Got fireworks stands. Put one next to a fireworks stand.
okay. Let me
Wouldn't that
let
be
me just
great?
play devil's advocate for a second. Name me a scoop shop in Boston proper that does that.
Ooh.
Because you're saying like, oh well, Massachusetts, whatever they have these scoop shops and they have cute little quaint stores. And I'm like, you're talking about Cape Cod.
Yeah, you're right. Well, just like outside of Boston.
Yeah,
Go to
but-
any little
Yeah, but I'm sure if you went
stand
outside
in a
of
town.
outside of
You're right.
Boston, Texas, then you would find some. I know what you're saying though.
Like something that's
Everything's
cute
a little strip mall
in a
here.
shack. Yeah, exactly. Like I want a shack with just a bunch of creamies in it.
No, I get it.
I think that'd be lovely. We
Yeah,
have
that'd be
everything else
nice.
here.
Yeah, I missed a little bit of a. I wish down in Buda they'd like make that into
That
like
would
a
be
little
cute.
like more of a main street. It's kind of getting there, but just
Yeah.
like a little more.
That'd be cute.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I like it down there. I want to go back to the pizza place. What's that pizza place called in Buda?
Main
Love
Street
that.
Pizza.
Main Street Pizza. Erin goes there with her husband. And
Go
it's
with them.
so painfully mediocre there, but I love it. Yeah, we should totally go with them. Shout out
Yeah, I
Erin,
was
love
thinking they're
you.
gonna have like more food, and then you see the menu, and you're like, there's not really much here. It's just like salads and pizza and wings. But their wings are all right. I actually think their pizza is pretty good when it's there. It's not a very good reheatable pizza,
Yeah, it's not.
but it's a good it's a good bar pie when you're there.
Ew, you know what that just reminded me of? What's that podcast with like the children that are like, what's your favorite food? Like wings or mozzarella sticks?
Ketchup and mustard.
Who's like rich parent like bought them everything?
I like ketchup because it's just like I like the color and
they
I
go,
like-
I've never had grapes, but I can't wait to have them. I've actually never had ketchup. Sounds nice though.
I remember they got asked like how what's the best way to have a steak prepared, and they're like
Like they don't know.
they're like my mom makes all my steaks, and I don't know if I've actually ever had a steak before, but it's supposed to be medium rare, I think.
Oh, or we're asked like, where's the best place to get steak? Like they've never been to a steakhouse.
Yeah.
Because they're 12.
What happened to them?
I think they all got
So
shot.
2 months ago.
So 2 months ago. Do you see that kid who has the body and face?
Maryland Foodie Boys, that's what they're called.
What are they called?
I think they're called Maryland Foodie Boys. I think.
So they're just like food oriented. What's going to happen when one of them loses their virginity? When one of them, and then he's going to be the bad boy and the leader,
Always
and then
happens.
he's going to like level up. That's going to be actually so wild. Do you find that kid who has like the face and body of a 12-year-old, but he claims that he's 18?
Who's that?
Okay, he's like on Instagram or TikTok, and all he eats is like steak and eggs and avocado, and he like works out, but his growth is so stunted, he looks 12 or 13, and he's like driving in his videos, and he's like, I don't eat junk, my body's pure. And everybody in the comments is like, you go to kindergarten still. Like, you are 13 years old.
But he's driving?
Yeah, he's like driving. It's a mystery.
So
Like, I
he's
need
not
you to see this
18.
kid. He says he's 18 in his bio, so I'm gonna believe it. You have to see this kid. He's like
I know
plaguing
I know
me.
a few older men that said the same thing about some underage women. Said they're 18.
This kid is like so everywhere on my For You page. I need to send him to you.
What is your For You page of?
It's like dogs and like female empowerment, like body image people, like women, and Steve Gerben.
Wow, that's sick.
Yeah, I think I rewired
So
it this past week.
I pretty much only follow my friends' meme pages and like nerdy mixing and recording stuff.
You listen to so much nerdy music stuff.
Yet my entire explore page is women with huge tits. Like or like AI, like now it's starting to be like AI generated.
Oh, I've seen
women with
some
huge
AI
tits.
like
But it's
porn
like
pages.
I am getting every thirst trap imaginable, yet I follow none of them. Like
Chester the Cheetah and the hockey is what you should be getting.
well, I mean, yeah, it's like comedy, memes, music, friends, and then they're like, all right, let's put that algorithm together, and it's
What is this boy gonna need?
gonna be like a really thirsty lady.
Are they all real?
I bet you almost half of them are
Yeah.
are real.
That is insane.
Yeah, I think it just seems like every girl's on OnlyFans or something like that.
Like these two are on OnlyFans for sure. They're so cute. Look at them.
But I've also talked to other dudes and they're like, oh yeah, that's my whole feed.
Like
dude.
Casey's like, it's my only feed.
I think it's the default.
I think so too.
I think it's just like the default dude feed.
Meta must just be like
women get like curated
nails and gardening.
and fashion, and apparently Steve Gerben. But
Do you get? Yeah, he's my porn. He's my busty angel. Do you ever get like sports stuff? And is it only boobs or is it bum? Is it at all?
it's both. It's everything.
All right, that's good. At least
But
there's
it's
a
like
healthy
these
mix.
really like unhuman looking women. Like they look like they're. I can usually, obviously I can pick out if it's AI or not. But then there's also I'm like, how are these people? It's the body proportions are so insane, or like they had so much plastic surgery that they look like. It's crazy.
That's insane. Do you want me to get plastic surgery?
For what?
At your choice, dealer's choice.
I want to get your nose bigger.
Me too. I want to take your nose and put it on my face. And you have
two.
none, and I have
I have
double.
none, you have two.
And I have both.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I want to give you more of my butt. Because you've got the tiniest little nuggets back there.
Shots fired.
You have like the opposite of an hourglass figure. It's big in the middle and then tiny bum. It's like a rectangle. But I wouldn't have it any other way.
I think it's like who is the guy from Despicable Me?
Oh, yeah, Gru.
Yeah, I have Gru body.
Oh, yeah, you totally do.
Like a big upper frame, and then just like skinny
Little pebbles.
little legs and butt.
I'm really glad you're not bald. But I have his nose kind of. It's kind of like a big parrot nose.
Yeah, you got a nose.
Yeah. I'm down for plastic surgery. Like when the time comes.
What would you get?
I think boobs and like shave my neck down. Like give me the tiniest neck you can and let me still breathe and eat.
I'm full on board with the neck thing.
I know. It's been plaguing me forever.
You got great boobs. You got big ones.
Thank you so much. They've been growing recently.
Yes, we've all been growing recently.
We have been getting larger.
They don't just get bigger for no reason.
What? What do you mean? I've been taking my vitamins.
I think they look great. I think you look great though.
Thanks, baby.
Yeah, I'm down with the boob implants.
I'm down with the sickness.
I'm curious how
What if I get
how much bigger you'd go. You know
how
what I
big
mean?
can we pump these up? Well,
Or maybe
also,
just like a like you
Like
know,
a
you have
round-
a great hang and a great like shape.
and nipple placement you said is great.
Yes, like let's put
Thank
the
you so
nipples
much.
on your back or something like that.
Like let's put them even higher.
Yeah.
What if I just did no nipple? I wonder if that's an option. I'm gonna do none.
Yeah.
You know, because they just
Well, don't they take it out anyways?
yeah, they like cut it off and like put it on a plate on the
Yeah,
side.
because that's how like the girls that get like the fucked up. Because don't they like have to? Some girls, because of their boob job, they have to get their nipple
like reattached.
surgically moved because
Yeah.
when the silicone goes in, it like
Doesn't it go like through the nipple or something?
goes like under.
Oh, like underneath.
That's where the scar
Well, yeah,
goes.
and then like the positioning would like make your nipple have to move. I want it in a weird
That's what I'm
place.
saying, yeah. Yeah, I think if you were to get them, I'd be pretty adamant
But then I'm just like walking
about
around like
being
this.
involved in about being involved in the process. Because if you think about it, I've seen probably more boobs in my life than you have,
Yeah, that's true.
and I have
You have a nice catalog of
I
like what you enjoy.
I know what I'd want to see.
Yeah,
You know,
the art. The art
sometimes
is,
they feel like they can get really botched.
like I'm gonna say
like
boxed.
the show. Isn't it a show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are like horribly deformed. Did you see that Kylie Jenner said what her boob job is?
I did see that.
Love that.
Yeah, but then I saw a follow-up
Transparent girl.
comment on. So this one on Reddit, and I saw a follow-up thing because obviously hers look great.
They look fantastic. But her frame.
best in the game, probably.
I wonder if she's still with Chalamet. I haven't seen any updates of them and since the Knicks won or lost or something.
I'm sure it was all a contractual relationship, like it usually.
But she
is.
seems like googly-eyed. When she's looking at him, she's like, "Oh, my
All right.
prince."
Okay,
but then
but-
what do they chat about?
But I think now that I think Timothy Chalamet is like some beacon of like a real ass dude, but like
Wait, you think he is?
No,
Oh.
I'm saying like I don't think he is necessarily that, but I would say that he's more of probably a real ass like New Yorker dude than
Yeah.
anybody that she's ever dated or met. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucked up.
She's
on that,
dated like caramel, like cute little
Say
boy rappers.
Say it.
Brown. No, they're like a lot of like light black guys.
Guys, yeah.
No, but they're not like dark black guys.
No,
she never dated like
Travis Scott's
Kanye.
fucking black.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about him.
So's what's his name? The other guy, Tyga.
She dated Tyga. Oh, you know more about this than I do.
I keep up with pop culture.
You're right. They are dark boys.
Yeah, but like, I don't think it's a racial thing though. I think it's just like, I wonder if he just showed her like, hey, like here's some normal people shit, like
You're
going
right,
to
like-
a basketball game and like rooting for a team that like is in your hometown and you can like get behind, like just really baseline.
Like this is what a corn dog is.
And she's like, oh my god, this is what it's like to
She's
be
like culture,
to be human and not have everything like be catered to me.
True, like
I wonder like what she thought about the Knicks losing. Like, do you think that was like, the first time in her life where she was
like felt emotion?
Yeah, she was like, wow, for a second I actually wanted them to win,
like,
and now
wait.
that they've lost, I feel a certain way. I feel
Wait.
sad.
My heart just grew 4 times the same size as
Yeah.
my little tiny pebble heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, this is what it's like to have stakes.
And again, like I'm not saying Chalamet is some like down to earth dude. I think he's still like a shitty, like not a shitty actor, but like
What?
he's a shitty actor.
Like he's a shitty boy?
I fucking hate actors. Yeah,
Ugh,
yeah.
I like him a lot, actually. Even
No,
though
but I'm
he's
saying
the size of
let
a
me
feather.
finish my thought though. It's like I hate actors, and deep down, even the best actors, when they try and
True,
play
like,
like
so
normal,
annoying.
it's like such a dead giveaway.
You're right, like they're all
But I will
annoying.
say during that press run he had for that movie, and like he was doing the Nardwuar interviews and was doing like
movie?
everything else. During
Oh.
that. But
I'm going to play another song for you. Dylan,
yeah, that movie.
what was that movie
Oh,
called?
they were asking who Nardwuar was.
What was that movie called?
A complete snoozer. That movie fucking sucked.
That was Joan. Joan? I really don't think this is fair, Joan. He like kept looking at her with his unibrow like this.
If you didn't get me up, man, and get the head of my way, man.
Anyway.
I can't be one of those dudes come in and have sex with you and then I want to leave. But if you don't let me write my stuff and smoke my cigarettes, man, then I'm
Man,
gonna have
I'm
a real
gone.
problem. It's like shut the fuck up.
Listen, Joan, if I don't get to headline another festival and my best friend Elvis is going to be there, I'm going to go, Joan.
That's a funny thing to bring up too, because like remember I was like that movie kind of sucked and like it had no point and
No point. Maybe that was the point, though.
And then then I was like, you got to watch though. He did another movie. The director did another movie.
Llewyn Davis.
No, that was the Coen Brothers, but there's kind of same story as like Bob Dylan, kind of. But he did the Walk the Line, like the Johnny Cash one.
Oh, yeah,
And I
yeah.
remember I was like, you got to watch this one. This one's gonna be good.
It also kind of had no story.
That one fucking sucked too, and I thought that was they won a bunch of awards
It
for
was
it.
Joaquin El
And I remember
Jabbar.
like when it came out when I was in like high school, I was like, this is
You're like, this is freaking
really
art.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just like,
And then I rewatched it and I was like, this is boring.
he
and
was also
sucks.
just kind of like whiny and
Yeah.
like sad and like, I'm just going to play my music, man.
Yeah, I don't love that that trope. You know what I mean? Like you're just gonna make a movie about a guy that just kind of like whines and complains about everything.
That's the
and,
thing. It's like, maybe that's the realization is that character is actually insufferable. But like, that's the point of the movie is that they just make the worst decisions ever and they're like self-sabotaging maybe.
yeah.
Yeah. Like in
I guess, but it
Llewyn
doesn't-
Davis kind of.
But it almost seems like a weird like takedown attempt.
Yeah, you're right.
Like why, if you're gonna paint them in this picture, and I'm not saying like I know nothing about this stuff, but I do watch a lot of movies, and it's like
Yeah.
if you like why go through all the expense to like paint this like beloved artist as an asshole, but to not have any sort of like help me
Like
out, redeeming quality.
And there's like no like
at the end
learning
of the
from your
movie.
mistakes.
All it was just basically like a jerk off fest to like showcase
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet singing Bob Dylan songs that we already know.
I will say that
And that's why I hate the biopic too. Is like it's just one giant circle jerk.
What is that? Not the biopic? What's the biopic?
A biopic
Also,
is like
isn't it pronounced biopic?
no, you're thinking of biopsy like a cancer diagnosis.
Cut it out of me, Johnny.
But a biopic is like an autobiographical movie,
Yeah.
or a biographical movie. Excuse me. Autobiographical is when it's written by the same person.
I'll give you an autobiographical. I think that Timothy looked like him, and he's
Yes,
really
but
good.
that's all he did. He looked like
That's
him
all
when he
he
sang
did.
the songs.
Okay,
What about that movie was like, what?
they just like gave him a wig, and they're like, "Here you go, Buster."
Like, what did it prove?
What do you think is going to happen with the?
Didn't tell us anything we didn't know.
I didn't know anything about what's his name, and
No,
I
Bob
don't know
Dylan is
anymore.
a notorious asshole,
Like I didn't know that, and now I'm like, all right, cool.
and like he like doesn't play any of his songs from like I guarantee you like he doesn't play the few shows he plays, he doesn't play any of like
And he's like not
his famous songs.
Okay, you've talked about this a lot. You're like, why are we making biopics about people that aren't dead yet?
I completely stand by that statement.
Okay, so what's going on with Jeremy Allen Piven? Jeremy
fuck that.
Smoochie
I couldn't even get
playing Bruce Springsteen.
I couldn't even get halfway through the trailer.
I should watch the trailer.
It's the thing that goes. This is what makes Walk Hard, a Dewey Cox story, the best. One of the best comedies ever.
Yeah.
If not like, there will never be another movie that like encapsulates what it means to do like a biopic. I mean, what was that show with? Speaking of Mulaney, it was like Bill Hader and was it John Mulaney and Fred Armisen? They did like documentary now.
Oh yeah.
You know, so they got pretty close where they'd like, you know, do these 1 hour
those were so
recreations
good,
of like
weren't
famous
they?
documentaries and
Yeah.
like the music ones are good, but Dewey Cox is like
Dewey Cox
is
so
something
good.
like it is probably one of my most quoted movies.
Yeah.
And when you look at other musical biopics, it is like so spot on with how they shoot. Like, and again, this is like biopics from the 80s, the 90s, 2000s now that are still like redoing these same tropes.
Remember the Bohemian Rhapsody one and then the Elvis one?
Oh my God.
It's giving the same vibes. It's like, wait a minute, play that note again, Johnny.
I know. Bohemian Rhapsody fucking kills me.
I know, it's so bad.
Mamma mia, mamma mia.
Wait a minute.
Say that again? Mamma mia, mamma mia? Mamma mia, mamma mia. Like, what the fuck are we talking
They're
about?
like, you're a goddamn genius.
That's how
Play it
this
again.
happened? they tried to, I remember that movie, they showed like how they made
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody, and it was just like, or no, it was
Yeah, that insane like long song
but
that
there's
everyone
another
knows.
one for We Will Rock You, and the guy was like,
he's like, oh, I sorry, I fell down. he's like, clap, clap.
he's like, yeah, you know. And then
They're like,
Brian May or whatever is like, do that again. And they're like, I got it. Hit the record button, Johnny.
he's like, play that record again. Hey, you make music, isn't that how it happens? Organically like that? Happy accidents?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it does, but not to that like extent. Like,
yeah.
especially Bohemian Rhapsody, that is like a 7-part rock opera. Like, those are 7 different songs inside of one song.
Like,
That
they
doesn't
didn't just, like, fall
that
into
doesn't just,
that
like,
one
fall
song.
into place. That is like a carefully thought out, like, articulated song.
Isn't that a rebuttal to Stairway to Heaven? Because
What do you
that's like Stairway to Heaven was their version of like a very long
I don't know if it
ballady
was,
song.
but yeah, I have no idea. I don't know the
I remember
history
everybody
of
in college was like obsessed with that song, and I was like, "What? I got it."
with
Fine.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah,
I think it's so lame. I think like I see people still like try and sing it at like
karaoke.
festivals or karaoke.
Oh, yeah,
and
totally.
I'm like, it sucks.
Dude, speaking of festivals, I never knew about Glastonbury.
Really?
Like, I never like knew about.
I've always wanted to go. I don't know if I could go.
I mean, I feel like the lineup this year was like so good. Like, I'm seeing all this like crazy stuff come out of it, like 1975. I mean, we've
you wanna know
seen these
why?
bands.
Because there's like 2 festivals in the UK. There's Reading and Leeds and Glastonbury.
Really?
Like 2 mainstream major festivals.
Why is it because like the weather's just like terrible there? They only have like 2 months of nice weather.
No, but I think that they don't do like the multiple weekend, multiple U.S. festival thing where there's a festival in every
Yeah.
single state, and every time it's 2 weekends.
I never
and
thought about that. We do
There's
have a
such-
lot of them here.
competition. Also, like, it's in fucking England, and like, if you think about all the good bands, are all like British bands. So,
Yeah.
I mean, or you know what I mean? Like, so they get like the classic bands.
That's
too.
what I was saying. I think I was like, oh my God, they got all these acts and bands that are like native to the UK. And I'm like,
Getting
that's
away.
even cooler. Like, feels better, like, means more. What'd you break? Oh, wait, can I have a little bit of. While you're up? Thank you. Thanks, old chap.
Can I pee?
Yeah,
We'll cut this.
you can pause it. Yeah, that festival.
I think it just has like a lot of a pull for a lot of artists.
I never knew how, like, gigantic it was.
It's pretty massive.
I know. Do you know, like, I mean, I really don't have any relativity on the UK. Like, I know like where the countries are and how big it all is, but like, I wonder.
Glastonbury's in Scotland, I think.
Glastonbury. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's camping.
It's because it's in Glasgow.
Is it?
Glasgow.
Glasgow.
I don't know what that means. It's on some dude's farm.
Someone
There's a short
confirm.
mini documentary on it. I
Really?
watched a while ago. It's kind of like one of the more like, I mean, I guess a lot of them exist on like private farms, like
Like a Woodstock
vibe.
vibe?
Yeah, but I was gonna say like kind of like it's kind of Woodstocky, where it's like this one dude just owns the land and it's a farm year round, and then for a few months they shut it off for
So
the
cool.
festival.
There's something about the UK that will go. I really do want to go. But I feel like the people there are like, especially in the summertime, I'm seeing it all over my social media, that everybody there is like rejoicing because it's finally nice out for the first time in the whole year, and they only have like 2 months of nice weather. So they're just like festivals, they're just like very happy,
Yeah.
lots of outside activities. It just looks like so nice.
Yeah, looks great.
I really want to go.
I'd love to go.
We'll go.
Hello, love.
Oh, I want to reround the reround, love. That's the same
Pop
thing.
me off a couple of crumpets.
And a spot of tea. If we go, do you want to stay in that mini horse house?
Yes.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Pesto.
Pesto the mini horse.
I feel like we'd be asleep at night. We come from the pub, have a couple of points, get around the re-round, get into our little bunk, and then we just hear like, like at midnight.
Yeah, we like turn the light. We're like, ah!
Pesto.
This is right there.
Do they like lay down? No, they like sleep standing up, right? Pesto, go down, please.
No, I thought they do lay down. No?
Pesto, please go down, Pesto, please. I'm so scared, please.
Fuck up.
All right, we'll go there.
Maybe they do sleep standing up. Deer sleep sitting down, laying down,
Sitting down.
They sit. They sit like how these guys sit.
These guys look like deer.
Pepper,
Pepper,
choose.
go down,
What
dude.
are you gonna do? Are you gonna go up or are you gonna be down? What is it?
We sound like we're abusing our dog, but this happens like every minute
This is
of our lives.
She does not stop until like 10 o'clock.
And then she sleeps like a freaking rock. Mm-hmm. Like last night when I'm dealing with your snoring and you're pulling the blankie every 10 minutes, then she's like kicking me in the ribs and she becomes like a landmine. Like her weight is so heavy. A
Let me ask you a question.
Anvil.
When I am pulling the blankets, is Pepper above or below the blankets?
There's both. There's a lot of movement. She's up, she's down, she's up, she's down. Okay?
Okay, this is another one of my inventions, and
then there's this.
this one people can steal because I have no intention of making it. But somebody needs to please inform me.
An old dog that doesn't move.
If you have a dog, and let's say you have a king size bed like we do,
yeah.
when that dog sleeps above the blankets, they are now pulling the blanket down and like in the center. Like say she's in the center of
Yeah.
us, so now we have less blanket.
Less blanket.
Yes, because we can't move her out of the way.
And she's immovable.
So there should be a king size dog blanket that adds 2 feet of blanket to a normal king size blanket.
You know what I think the solution is? We get a California king blanket.
I see.
I see. Someone's thought of this before.
No, but hold on a second. California kings are longer.
They're not wider.
They're not wider.
Mattress sizes are so confusing for me. Why aren't
Which
they
is
just
also
like bigger
that's
everywhere?
That's insane. What do you mean it's wider?
Like it
Or,
should
I
be
mean,
wider.
what do you mean it's taller?
Why do we need more height?
Yeah.
We need width. You
Have
know,
your feet slip off the end of the bed like I do with mine.
which I hate actually. You know what I learned
Really?
about? There's an Alaskan
I love
king.
when I have my feet off the bed.
You have them dangly?
Because I get like the
Little
airflow.
monsters. I do love the airflow.
Yeah.
There's an Alaskan king, which is bigger than a California king. That's going to be our friggin' next size, I think.
I think so too.
I remember the first
I
time
wanna
we
know-
ever slept in a king size bed was at an Airbnb.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, what is this feeling? Like, I didn't even know where you were.
Yeah, I think people need to like normalize not like being inches away from your spouse every, you know what I mean?
Like we want to be far away.
Like if you want to get a good sleep, like
Yeah.
cuddle before you go to sleep and
Mm-hmm.
then move to your separate places.
Go to your quarters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, take your big half of the blankie, and like put it wherever you need to.
Get cozy.
And we, you know what? 2 fans minimum. 3
We have 3 minimum.
above and sides. Aerial.
It's like when they do the airplane,
Venn diagram. To pat down.
the emergency exits.
We're covered.
I would add a 4th if we could. You know?
From below. I've seen a fan that goes in your blankies. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I think there's also one that
I think it'd be too much wind for me.
that goes. Yeah, like it's something from the bed that goes underneath you.
Yeah. So you're just like,
Oh my god.
oh my
We're
God.
recording a podcast, Pepper.
Pepper, she just like twitched when I touch her. Like she's never known touch before.
God bless you.
God bless. Okay, speaking of
Good girl. Come on.
British dogs,
Come on.
fan usage, we just had 28 seconds later. What's that called?
Oh my god. Yeah.
We got a zombie in the woods, love. I'm gonna cheat on you, love. I
All right.
liked
Are we
it.
spoiling it?
I mean, like, just see it. I feel like there's no such thing as spoilers because I'm spoiled every moment with the internet. You have the ability to get things spoiled for you. And you could go see it. It's been on in theaters for a few weeks.
I don't know where. So this is something we've been talking about in our house. Is like and I don't ever say this word. The gaslighting that these fucking movie production houses
Well.
are doing to us with these ads.
Yeah.
99% on Rotten Tomatoes. Go see it. Like,
Talk about rotten diapers.
you freaking dickhead. Everything is 100% on Rotten Tomatoes until it's voted down.
Yeah, like,
It doesn't start at 0.
it comes out at 100.
Or, sorry, maybe it does, but if you only have one review and that one review is 100, then that's how percentages work.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You know, on Rotten, you look back on it and you're like, you know, Joe Schmoes gave it a 75 because of plot holes, but ultimately a good storyline. And then like Sally Mae gives it like a 50 because she like hated the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Who are these people commenting on the Rotten Tomatoes? Like, who are these like movie critics? I feel like that's like a very old thing.
It is, but they're
Now it's
employed.
just, like,
They're employed by
blogs.
some sort of blog or newspaper. I mean, the main ones that are always like the top critics are going to be like New York Times,
Yeah.
Washington Post, and then you used to have like Ebert and Roper or whatever his name was, Roger Ebert.
Yeah.
And then
Simon
they
and
both
Garfunkel?
died. And they had a show.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was like a half-hour show where they would just like go and review the movies that came out each week, and like if they've flamed you, like your shit was not getting seen. But I guess just back to what I was saying real quick is because this is so crazy. I saw a trailer for the new F1 Brad Pitt movie.
Yeah. How many?
And this
How
was
many?
last week. This is like in the middle of June.
Okay.
Or 2 weeks ago, middle of June. And it goes, showing the trailer, and now they go, in every single trailer they go, it's 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. And then I paused it, and you could see in the bottom, there was like a, what do you call it?
An
Like
asterisk?
yeah, like an asterisk, like a small text,
Mm-hmm.
like, whatever. And it goes, score valid as of 6/28, so June 28th, which is just a few days ago.
Okay.
So they're advertising this number 99%, but only up until June 28th. And I was like, why is
How
that?
small was that little text? Like
It was
teensy?
no, but it was readable.
Okay.
And then I go, I look up when that comes out, and F1 comes out on June 28th. So they're advertising that this is because 100% on Rotten Tomatoes or like somewhere in the 90s in Rotten Tomatoes used to actually fucking mean something.
Yeah, now it's
It
everything is like
It
that.
used to mean like this is a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
If you get like critics and audiences aligned in the 90s, like these
Even,
are
like, the
your
classic-
classic movies.
Even
right?
like the classics, Forrest Gump, like all those
Exactly,
movies, they don't even
and-
have 100, right?
Right, exactly. Like nothing really has 100.
Yeah.
I don't think. Anyways, but yeah, so anything in the 90s
Except for
is
Scary
good.
Movie
So
4.
now they're saying, so now this marketing is going. This movie is a 90. This movie is a 99 out of 100 until it comes out. At which point the score will go down because they know it's going to go down. Now, granted, I've heard great things about the F1 movie.
Surprisingly.
I also forgot to tell you that I got us tickets for it on Saturday because I want to go see it.
Okay, vroom, vroom. I got to learn how to drive
But
before
it's such
Saturday.
bullshit because this is something I see in every single modern,
Like, it's everyone's marketing
ad.
strategy.
And the same thing with 28 years later, they go, the best horror movie of all
Like,
time.
It's
like, what are we
become
talking
part
about?
of the trailer to show the Rotten Tomatoes, like a picture of the rating.
Yes.
And it's like, no, it means nothing because we know it's just like bot ads.
It means nothing, and
Means
the critics
nothing.
are bought, and
Where's my phone?
the ads are bought, or somebody pays Rotten Tomatoes money to
Yeah.
allow them to use that. It's fucking crazy, and I'm saying this because 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later, I think are truly some of the best zombie horror movies
Yeah.
of our lifetime. People say that 28 Weeks Later was such a departure from the style, and I agree with them, but I still think that is a great fucking movie. That intro sequence is one of the
2 weeks?
2 weeks is one of the scariest things I've ever seen.
So good.
The fact that there's
Yeah, it's
one
89
that
right
the
now.
mom is
She comes back, but she's
been living alone on the quarantines. That's so
Yeah.
creepy, and
And
she's
the kids.
she's half whatever. And then we go and see 28 Years Later, and it is so painfully average. I would say even below average for how good the other ones were.
I would give it literally a 50.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
I would honestly go into the 40s.
For
me.
The first beginning with Aaron Taylor Johnson, he's a hottie. We're not going to friggin' deny this point. But
It's a good looking kid.
it was a great, he's got something. He's got something to him. But it's a great journey. I got to bring my kid out for what reason, we don't know. Got to bring my kid out of the fence, go check out what's going on. Then we're going to come back in. And then that was as much as I liked about it.
Yeah. It was literally the first 20 minutes I was like, this could be cool.
I like the Britishness of it all. The scary song that was playing. We're in war.
Okay, but why? What was that for?
I know, I feel like I'm defending the director because they're British, and I feel like they were chuffed on all the Britishness.
I know the answer to this, to a lot of these things. So I watched a bunch of YouTube follow-ups on it.
Oh, so you know.
Well, I don't know the exact reason, but people were questioning why did he just put these weird military songs?
Oh yeah.
Just put into the very beginning that had nothing to do with how the outcome of the movie.
Do you know what the answer is?
He was obsessed with. Apparently, they were old British, propaganda songs or something like that.
Yeah,
From World War I era or something like that.
that makes sense. Fear mongering, kind of stir up
Yeah,
the spookies.
if the enemy comes, you have to defend yourself, that type of thing.
Yeah,
Fans are really going off.
I kind of got that vibe.
And then apparently the ending. Okay, I mean, spoiler alert if you haven't fucking seen it.
I mean, what does it even mean though if we say what happened in the ending? If you haven't seen it,
I'll tell you this: nothing happened in the ending.
yeah.
What happened?
Wait, I'm trying to remember what happened. Oh yeah, there's a kid who's
No, we don't have to spoil that part. But
Okay.
let's say he finds the people that are going to bring us into the next movie, and they're all tracksuit wearing gypsies.
Power Ranger gypsies with noodle blonde hair.
Yeah, and apparently and they're like, all right, governor, all right.
Can I take a whack at him with my crossbow and my bow?
Yeah, it became a fucking Guy Ritchie movie real quick.
And then it was the whole, we all know we all don't know, but it was the Jimmy Savile thing, which we only know from doing research.
You watched that with me.
Yeah.
Yes, which is why?
I know. Well, okay. Then I thought about it.
Yeah, because it's the amount of time later, but I just feel like it didn't one, we
No,
know
it
that
made no sense.
They did not acknowledge okay, so apparently the director does not acknowledge 28 weeks later as part of this story.
Which makes no goddamn sense.
Which makes no sense.
And Weeks was so good.
Yeah, but I guess it's they did bomb the shit out of England.
Well, yeah.
But then you also see them taking over Paris. So the entire time we were thinking, because at the end of 28 weeks later, if you've seen it, is that they're running toward the zombies make it towards the Eiffel Tower even after they've nuked the mainland of England.
Yeah, so they're seeking refuge in another metropolis.
So now 28 years
Paris is
later you
taken.
go oh, so they've taken over the world, and this this lonely island
But it made sense, actually.
No,
If they
because
were to
why would
keep
they
the
still be
narrative,
there?
But I think it would have made sense if they were to keep the narrative of weeks. Oh my God, Paris has fallen. And that means that all these other capital cities in Europe have fallen, / America. Like everything's basically gone, China, Russia, whatever. But it kind of makes sense with years is because there's just like this weird little isolated island in the middle of nowhere. That kind of makes sense.
It's not in the middle of nowhere though. It's like one of like the Scottish Isles.
Yeah.
Like if they're saying that only England was affected by this,
Yeah.
that the rest of the world is okay, because this is what we know is that like there's characters introduced in this movie that are
From the other parts of the world.
the functioning real world still. Like,
They've got like phones.
Yeah.
Which I fucking hated that part.
yeah, and
Like,
oh my God, I just lost my train of thought. But basically, like, why wouldn't the people that are like living with that had helicopters and boats and like whatever come and just fucking scoot those people up
or
like,
nuke them. Realistically,
or realistically, yeah, like
they would nuke
They
them.
would nuke them as well.
what was I just watching? And they were like, "Oh, wait, we were just watching The Rock," and they were like, "We're gonna just nuke the hostages. It's like the easiest solution
Yeah,
here,
because
people.
it's very easy to just like, well, let's put this behind us and
Let's just
you know,
kill 80 people rather than
because
like hundreds
80,
of thousands."
You know, yeah, however many people instead of millions is
Yeah.
like, yeah, of course.
I wonder how many times our government's done that, chosen to just like nuke innocent people
Well,
versus the worse, how worse it could be.
nobody. I mean, there's only been 2 nukes, or
Maybe not nukes, but like the equivalent of just like take out the people. You know, I got the Meridian phone, whatever they're called.
yeah, I'm
Take
sure
out the people.
I'm sure it happens more. It's happened more often than you think.
It's crazy. I really want to go to the library, like they do in National Treasure 2. And he's like, in this book is like all the secrets.
Oh yeah, they have one book and it's like
Yeah, one
this is
book.
everything.
It's just like up in the cupboard. Like I bet that exists. Or when they're like, when you become president, you get briefed on all the crazy shit that you're
don't
gonna
think
have
so
to
at
know.
all.
You don't think so? Really?
I don't think the president. Oh, the fan just died. Ooh, let me plug it in real quick because it will overheat.
That means we're gonna die. It's like this guy I knew from high school and his beautiful wife. Like, what?
Oh my God, that's fetal alcohol syndrome.
It doesn't have like part of its head. And its hands are huge. Looks like the huge-handed woman from Seinfeld that Jerry dates.
Yeah, it looks like a monster.
Oh my God, that's horrifying.
It looks like It looks like the troll. It looks like, what do they call him? It looks like the giant troll from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Like the
What
ones.
trolls?
You know how like the white people the what do you call them?
The White Walkers?
Yeah, but the Northerners, like the people that live beyond the wall.
Wildlings.
The wildlings, they have like those giants.
That's what this looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right, what are we talking about?
I don't know. I'm just looking at this ugly ass baby. Actually, the other photos don't look bad. No. Oh my God. I saw this meme that it was like, my child is going to look so horribly deformed if I just keep making fun of people. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
Kind of want one though.
A horribly deformed monster
No,
child.
No, I don't.
And we could name it Cletus. Okay, I want to talk about what we just watched.
Oh, Mormon? Mm-hmm. Is that going to be a bad segue? We just cut and 28 years later it's done. We're done with that?
Same theme. Zombies, monsters,
Yeah, I think we got it.
bad
All right.
people.
Okay, go for it.
Same vibes.
What are your thoughts?
All right, well, I feel like there's no longer like they're not even all friends with each other
They're not,
anymore.
no.
And I feel like their friendships were fake anyway.
Yeah, because none of them were
They're not like real
none
people.
of them were friends until they were like, I can also do what they're doing, and they all teamed up.
Yeah, like, and I feel like every season they just pick someone to crumb on, and they bring them to like the brink of existence, and like then they have to be like so horribly miserable just to crawl back.
Yeah.
And like that's kind of the
disgusting.
vibe. That's how I feel about, unfortunately, it's given like the Mormon community and people that are religious to a point where it's all consuming, and they like model their marriages and their families off of it just for the need to have kids and get married young. And like, it's like they idolize this thing that they don't even know if they want. And then they all do it wrong and like fuck each other over. Like they're all in these marriages and some are happy and great, fine, whatever. But some are like based on terribly rocky beginnings and like they don't even know who they really are when they get married. So I think that my point is like
they're missing an entire chunk of life.
Yeah.
By getting married, like right out of high school and doing everything in their life and revolving it around the church.
And
can you hear that?
Yeah, it's a firework.
Oh, it's a fun.
Yeah.
It's
like,
so close. It sounded like someone's knocking on the door.
I wonder if maybe it is somebody knocking on the door. Yeah, like there's a problem with getting married young and having a baby young, I think. And in not every case, but like in that reason, it just seems like they like you said, they missed a huge chunk of their lives. So then they default back on that chunk later and then it becomes problematic.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't fault them for it. Like I think like it seems like mostly they have like really good lives. Like they're all seems like whatever happens, like however that Mormon church works.
Whatever happens.
And from the Mormons I know, this also is true, is that there's not like a poverty issue. Like
that's true.
Like you get like poverty issues with like Catholics, you get, like poverty issues with like a few other religions that like the church doesn't like step in and help out. But I think the Mormon church, I don't know if it's like
true
designed this way or if it just is like how their clientele is. Or
do you think it's like the outward facing image is that they can't seem to be struggling?
Well, I do know that like you kind of are owned by the Mormon church. Like if your family, it's like this. It's like, okay, think of the opposite. Like where a daughter leaves the Mormon church, or like a son is like fucking gay, or somebody does something bad where they have to like the church literally makes them decide: do you want to stay in the church or go with your kid? Like they literally excommunicate you.
Yeah.
So they're like forced to abandon family members. So hold on a second. Let me just finish my thought. Is that's what they do on if things go bad, but if things go good, I also think that like the flip side is true.
Yeah.
Where the Mormon church has your back if you're like in financial trouble, and then I'm sure it also translates to like now you have a network of people that are successful that can get you jobs, can get you help.
Yeah.
You have like
take care of your kids if you need to.
Yeah, exactly. So like
that's true. So there is like a benefit to staying with it, and
that goes for all religion. It's just
being
like
the community.
With them, it just seems like, especially in Provo, where it's like
Provo?
city. Provo, Utah is where they all live.
Oh, that's where they live.
And like other places in Utah too, but like Provo is where that show takes place.
Oh.
They seem like they're really well to do.
Yeah, like they all seem fine, put together, well off. Like they've got cars and homes, which is like a foundation of stability, I'd say.
But like,
and families.
Like nice homes, and like they're all going and getting their tits done, and like
and their hair costs like so much money.
Drive like Range Rovers or whatever.
Yeah,
and like they go and they spend like $1,000 at a salon. They're like, oh, I just got my
dropping the hat.
Yeah, dropping the hat exactly.
And
all
Botox
the husbands
is
have like crazy jobs or like high paying jobs.
You're right. Well, and this show particularly, like the women have the jobs, which is so interesting.
Too. Yeah.
I find it interesting on this show that it started as the wives, obviously like focused on the wives, but now like in the reunion, like they're bringing in the husbands to like get their vibes.
They give me all such like bad vibes.
Yeah,
all of them. They're all they all like look so young too, even though they've been like,
even though they're fully dads.
We're like 6 or 7 years they're seniors. Or maybe 8 or 9, actually.
No, they're like, some of them are like 32.
Well, yeah, but some of them are like 23.
Yeah, that's true.
So like there's some like, there's like a 10-year difference, and they have like 10 years of marriage experience on us.
And they're like, this is my second kid.
And they have kids, yet it seems like they are so young and like have no idea how life works at
Like,
all.
and their choices are so juvenile because
So, like,
they're just like
I
wicked
understand
young.
where like a young dad who was like used to being like the man of the house is now his wife is like what do they keep saying? They're like, I make my husband's salary twice over on one
Yeah.
TikTok like ad, paid
One like ad
advertisement,
for like a friggin' bra or something like that,
which is insane.
which is insane. And then I think I've been Googling. I'm like, how much are they making on like one ad? It's just like so crazy how much brands are willing to pay. But it is such a genius marketing scheme. You just like employ one influencer and that just like organically reaches all your clients. It's like such a genius thing.
I mean, yeah, I think about it all the time because it's my billboard analogy. I'm like, who's doing billboards anymore? Like, I want to do a billboard.
Dude, David Comey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I
I
did
just
like,
saw like another one in a new place of town and I was like, how many does this man have?
yeah, and they're
Many.
like, they're expensive, but like, it must pay off because if you just like, you are getting just constant eyes on it, and
Yeah.
out of every 1,000 or 2,000 people, there's got to be at least one person that like they get into an accident and they're like, David Comey.
They're like,
And
who do I
that
call
must
in my time
happen
of need?
so many times over and over again. So that's why I'm like, I want to do a billboard for my shit.
Yeah.
And be like, it might take, $5,000 of cash to invest in it, but then what would the payoff be?
I think you have to. I think that you have to do
No,
a
I think
billboard.
a billboard would just mostly be hilarious.
It would be so funny. What would the picture be? Like bending over, finger in the mouth? No. Drum set?
I'd do like a Mormon wives.
Drum set with a
style.
diaper on? Yeah, you have like a blue pea coat on and you're like in the water.
Yeah. No, I'd probably do just like a
You go,
nice-
come be saints and come be sinners.
do the
Come
do
to
the,
Mr. B.
Call me saints and call me sinners.
Hire me for your studio needs. Yeah, that's next.
Yeah. I like the idea of a billboard. I don't know why. I feel it's like a dead
think it's
advertising
awesome.
thing, and I think it'd be just so funny to be like, oh yeah, I am that billboard on South Congress.
People go, are you? And you're
Are
like,
you?
I am.
Are you? And I'm like, yep, that's me.
You go, yeah, it's me. Blimpy. You'll get there. I really want to have like the amount of like, I love gift giving, and one of these friggin' days, I'll just be like,
me a
Brendan, let's go
billboard.
for a
You
drive.
blindfold me.
Yeah, I blindfold you,
Yeah.
and then I
Where we
take you on like
going?
a wild goose chase, and then I just like push you out onto the highway, and I'm like, look up. I think I'll do that one day.
Yeah, you get it like at just like the middle of the middle between like here and San Antonio, just like in nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere, where it's just like a bunch of like Trump billboards, and then it's just you.
Yeah, it's like the smallest billboard, and like it's only like it's like half my face.
You look like
It's like
deformed.
it's like in Parks and Rec when they like have they come out on the ice and like the stage is half built and they only have like so much red carpet and there's only like part of the poster.
You're like, why am I deformed? I'm like,
what'd
well,
you're like, it was $10,000, all right?
I could only hire the guy that could put up half your face. The other half got lost in the back of a truck.
Yeah, I don't know if I put my face on it, but it would be fun to just do.
What part of your body would you put on it? You have to pick a part of the body.
I was thinking maybe more like a logo, but
Butt, foot.
Or I get one of those like electronic ones, like an LED one where I
Ooh,
can
and
do,
it like
a video.
panels.
Ooh, yeah, like a
Like you
panel
can
one would be-
switch?
It'd be cool.
So you could do like that, and then you could go like that.
One of the panels is like broken and it's like on like some lady's face and it like interjects with mine.
It's like an eye.
I'm like, here it goes, guys. Here's the debut, and it like turns. It's like the Mike Wazowski thing with where they like cover his face every time he's on a magazine.
It's like you're turning the Christmas
God
lights
damn
on. We got the whole family out there on an overpass. We're freezing. It's windy. We're like, okay, here's a big moment.
Here it comes, guys.
We mortgaged the house on this. We sold a couple dogs just to get this for 5 days. I think we're gonna get there.
Yeah, I'd be down. That'd be cool.
All right. Well, you have any last words?
I don't know. You just want to keep talking?
It's really nice to just keep talking.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I need to ask you about an addition you've made to the house.
Oh yes.
It's on.
Two editions.
It's a place where you sit. It's not high. It's not low. right in the middle. What am I?
Well, it starts with a B. It actually has
Bacon.
three of my. There's three of the
Named
letters
after
of
you.
Brendan in it. If you rearrange the letters of Brendan,
Is it
you
a
might find
Brenday?
It's a Brenday, yeah.
We should have wait a minute. Fuck the billboard. We put your face on a toilet seat and it becomes the Brenday. So you
Yeah,
think
maybe
of
some,
me
like-
whenever you get refreshed.
Maybe some like guerrilla advertising, like
Exactly.
all the porta potties at ACL, the
the
toilet
mouth
seat
is your
like-
face.
Yeah, and you press a button, and it's like, come on down to Hellraiser Audio.
Come on down to shake your maracas. I love guerrilla
Don't
marketing.
poop too hard.
I'll catch your poop in my holes with my drum set.
Yeah,
I'll think of something more clever.
yeah.
I love guerrilla marketing. I think it should be everywhere. Like, I think, like, you know, like when we watch dystopian movies and there's like, you could sell like a part of your house for like an advertisement to Subway or something. Like, I think we should have more of that. Just like cover everything with ads.
If we're being serious, I'm completely the opposite.
No, of course I'm the opposite. I hate that we're living in.
I hate that
in
everything's an ad.
I hate that everything's an ad. It's disgusting.
Watch a YouTube video, watch 7 ads. Start your car in the morning, watch an ad.
My Spotify, my little stories.
Mm-hmm.
There's now like 7 ads before I even get to the meat of the story.
Yeah. Listen to a podcast, there's an ad. And then what if I cut it in right there?
Blimpies, come on down for your most mediocre sub ever. Midtown
I
Manhattan.
was just talking about my Hellraiser Audio ad, but
Oh, of course, yeah.
all right, Blimpies.
So I'm just really into Blimpies.
I've installed 2 bidets in the house. This is if you're friends with me, you know this has happened. I usually can't stop talking about it, but
But the way in which you're using the bidet is like insane to me because you're no longer using TP, right?
no.
So you just have soggy bottom? You spray and stand?
I spray, I sit there for a second, and then I pull my pants up,
No, see.
and then I wash my hands and I leave.
But you know the crack is wet.
See, like you think that I'm walking around with a. Have you tried it?
Of course. But I wipe.
Try it without wiping.
No.
Well, so then you'll never know because it's like you
Don't
can't.
try, then you'll never know.
Yeah, exactly.
But I wear
It's not like
a THONG. So it's just like, it just like
no, but I
dampens it.
don't wear a thong. So like, wouldn't my argument be better? Because like there is nothing there to even soak it up, and yet I'm saying it's not damp.
Yes, it is though.
But it's not. It's damp for maybe a second, but then you walk around and it stops being damp.
So you just have like air going in.
I don't think you understand like how like a small amount of water works. Like if you have
like a lot
small,
of water.
but it's not. If you put, okay, Mal, if you wash your hands, how long would it take for your hands to be dry?
That's true, but like too long though.
But washing your hands and letting them dry is 100 times more wet, 100 times more water than what is on my ass crack.
And that's 100 times more wet than I'll tell you it was wet.
Okay, let me
It's
put
a
like,
lot more water
No,
than
no,
you
no.
think.
Let me put it like this. Why would I use a bidet and wipe my ass? That
So
is
you just
defeating
dry it.
It's defeating the purpose.
But don't you like to wipe it to make sure that it got the job done?
No.
you just know?
This bidet has more PSI than most like a
Most tires.
sprinkler. It's like a sprinkler, but like better. Like
I do like it.
It is getting everything out of there.
Sometimes it goes into my other hole, and I do not like that.
Okay, well that's how God designed you, and
But you've
I'm
got
sorry
your
about that.
you've got your sack to be like the back of a basketball
It doesn't
hoop.
really hit my sack. It goes right in my butthole.
See, like you've got the angle correct. I think I gotta fix my spine or something because like when I'm just plunking myself on the seat, there's cheek interference. Like it goes into other places.
Yeah, it goes into it goes around the area. I'm not saying that it's like
It's not a spot on every
no,
time.
it splashes all over the place. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying that like I don't think it's crazy. Like this idea that I would get a bidet that takes wiping my ass out of the equation, and then I would still wipe my ass. Is like, I don't know how that doesn't compute to you. Like,
I mean,
why would I wipe my ass after I used a bidet?
But it's less wiping. If you're just purely wipe, JW, you're using much more paper. But if you're doing bidet to wipe, you're using a single square.
But it's just
like,
like,
to verify.
No, I've never used a single square in my entire life. That's crazy.
Just to pat it down, just pat dry, little verification, and then you're like, oh, I'm so clean.
No.
What if they made toilet paper in different colors? Oh yeah, what they do actually.
It's like if you again, I go back, wash your hands in a public restroom, and you go and you use the hand dryer. You don't always, there's like fucking guy behind you.
I hate the hand dryer.
Right? It's like there's a line behind you. I hate the hand dryer
And
too.
you're just moist.
Right. But then it goes away in a second.
That's true.
Then you go like this, doing this with your hands on your pants.
But your hands are out in the open and your bum is covered.
No, it has boxer briefs around it.
I guess my problem is my TH. ONG.
I just don't think
because it just covers the
that big of a
wetness.
problem. It's not like my underwear is soaked either. It's just like, I don't know. I don't even notice that it's not damp. It is. I guarantee you, it's not even wet 20 seconds after I leave the bathroom.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
You know what I have more of a problem with? Is when I go take a piss, and I'm standing up, and then I put my dick back in my pants.
See.
And then apparently, after you turn 30, there's
leakage?
just a fucking whole cup of piss that just leaks out into your pants.
See, that's when you take a square and you go, and you just touch it like a dab.
No,
like a
but
kiss.
like, it doesn't. I don't understand where this is coming from.
Sometimes I look at you after you went to the potty, and I go, "What is going on down below?"
Potty. We don't have children.
After you go to the toilet, and there's like a full wetness stain.
Because sometimes I just like. I mean, other guys can relate. Is like you don't always unbuckle your belt buckle, unbuckle your pants, zip down your fly.
So you just shove it out.
Sometimes you just like thumb in the waistband and just like let it out. But what happens is that kind of like compresses your nuts, and when you everything's kind of tight, so you can even like shake, and whatever you flush, and then you put your dick back in your pants. And then all of a sudden,
there's more juice.
It's like whatever you like the waterway that you pinched while you were pissing is now open. Like the floodgates are open again. So then you just like let out a little bit more.
So you guys
this is like an older thing. Like this never happened until like the last few years.
Yeah, like you used to drain it all.
Yeah, now I see why like old. I mean, again, we're not old, but now I see like why old men like have a problem like getting it all out, because this is what starts to happen. Oh, excuse me.
Well, you're already peeing a lot during the night.
Dude, it's been bad lately.
What are you, a tour? 2 times?
I have been one for a long time.
Yeah.
But the last few weeks it's been like
Been a
2 or
tour.
3 sometimes.
Well, you've been hydrated.
I think I'm just drinking. I've been telling you this, like those supplements that I took like really dried me out. Like when I stopped taking them, and I can
Do
feel
they have
it.
any more side effects than just dry mouth? Like,
Well,
I'm
I told
amazed
you, like
that they
I felt
were.
like I had like halitosis or something, because like
What's halitosis?
I just felt like my breath was smelly and my teeth kind of like
Ew.
felt like they needed to be brushed. So I was like brushing my teeth like 5 times a day, or like chewing gum, because after a few hours it just started to feel like they were like my mouth was just kind of like dry and gross.
Ew.
Yeah, so I stopped taking them. So now it's getting better, but
Yeah,
it's
good.
taking a few days to like go back to normal. But
So you're like dry like a sponge.
yeah, so I was like super dry. So, and I already drink a lot of water. Like I tell, like this, I drink like over a gallon a day.
Yeah, you're pretty good. You're pretty hydrated.
Yeah, but I don't even know if I need to drink that. It's just like I literally am that thirsty all the time. So when
Thirsty boy.
these supplements hit, I was like extra thirsty. I was drinking
Crazy.
probably like closer to 2 gallons a day. And I think I was just like, I'd pee before we go to bed, like brush our teeth and pee.
Yeah.
And then I get in bed, and then right before I fall asleep,
Oh,
I'd
I
be like,
hate that
let
pee.
me go pee again. And then I'd get in bed and fall asleep, wake up a few hours later, pee. And then the dogs get up at like 6.
And there's another early morning
And
pee.
then I'm like, well, I should get a pee again. Yeah.
Remember when you used to pee in the kitchen sink? Not here. Just
Definitely not here.
some of the old places we lived.
I've never peed in any of the sinks here. I definitely didn't pee on your side of the sink one night when you were gone last weekend.
And the toilet's like 1 foot, like one more foot over.
Yeah, but I don't know. I love peeing not in the toilet.
That's insane.
I mean, I pee out in the backyard all the time.
Oh my God.
Like when I'm out there.
That's why she's like running around in poop.
No.
Because she's like smells like a toilet, like a hot, fresh
I peed
toilet.
on the shed yesterday.
Is that just what you do if you could have the ability to like pee and aim it and it's like so fun?
Well, that is what we have.
It's freaking unfair, dude.
What are you asking? What do you mean?
Yeah, like it's just like so fun that you guys can do that.
Yeah, women peeing like outside of a toilet is gross to me.
Like it sucks.
Like when I watch you and you like squat down, I'm like, ugh. But for us, we can just
like
be
a waterfall.
yeah, it's so quick.
It's like
I don't
fun.
like that it's so quick. It's like
Yours
it's
is like
like
a fun
somebody
toy.
squeezing a water bottle like really hard, and
It's like smashing a can like that with like fully filled with liquid.
yeah, and it's like really fast for like a really short amount of time, and then it's like, and then you're just kind of like sitting there while it like dribbles out of you. It's just all, it just really feels like gravity based.
And it's like so splashy.
Whereas we can like do cool tricks with it. We can like
You write your name.
Yeah.
You could like maybe write your name
I
in
could piss
snow.
on myself if I wanted to. Like I could literally turn my dick up towards me and
You
piss
could.
at my face.
You could do tricks.
And you guys can't do that.
No, I can't do fucking anything. I just got my feet wet.
Yeah.
Anyway, I gotta go piss right now.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's go piss.
Goodbye.